Welcome back to the deep dive. So, you've sent in a really interesting mix this time around. Lots of material articles, some research papers I see all focused on, well, the world of retail and wholesaling.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area, constantly changing.
Absolutely. And our job today, as always, is to sift through all this, pull out the really crucial insights, and kind of give you that solid understanding of how things get bought and sold today.
Hmm.
It's like getting you up to speed, hitting those aha moments, without getting totally bogged down in detail.
Exactly. And the sources, they really cover the whole spectrum. We're talking about the changing jobs of retailers, wholesalers, the huge impact of online,
Omnichannel, that came up a lot.
right? Omnichannel strategies, plus, the different kinds of stores, the different types of wholesalers, major trends, marketing decisions. It's all in there.
Yeah, and some of the stats were pretty eye-opening. I saw one suggesting businesses that really nail that omnichannel thing, they can see customer lifetime value jump by like up to 30%.
Wow. Yeah. That really drives home why it's so important now.
Definitely. Okay, so let's dig in. Maybe start with the basics, the roles, retailers and wholesalers.
Good place to start. So retailers, fundamentally, they're the link, right? They
Hmm.
connect the people who make the stuff, the manufacturers, with us, the people buying it,
The consumers.
precisely. And the sources really stress how they're operating across so many channels now.
Mhm.
It's not just the physical store anymore.
Right, you might browse online first, maybe check something on their app later.
Uh-huh. And maybe even end up buying it in the actual store
Yeah.
or the other way around. It's all meant to feel like one experience with that retailer.
Okay, so they're the interface for us. What about wholesalers then? They're more backstage.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Wholesalers are really crucial parts of the whole supply chain. They mainly deal business to business.
Not direct to us.
Generally, no. They
Mm.
buy goods, often in large quantities, from manufacturers, and then they sell them on, usually to retailers or sometimes other businesses.
And they handle a lot of the movement of goods.
Exactly. Buying, selling, storing it, transporting it, all that logistical heavy lifting. That's core to what they do, making
Yeah.
sure the products actually get to where they need to be.
Okay. So retailers connect to us, wholesalers connect the manufacturers to the retailers, more or less. But it sounds like it's not always that neat anymore. The lines are blurring.
That's a key point in the sources, yeah.
Yeah.
Those traditional roles, they're definitely getting fuzzy. You see these huge retail chains.
Mm-hmm.
They're building out their own massive distribution centers now.
Ah, so taking on some of that work themselves.
Right. They're kind of internalizing functions that maybe a wholesaler would have handled exclusively in the past. And on the flip side, you do see some wholesalers dipping their toes into selling directly to consumers.
Really?
Yeah, though it's usually more limited. But it shows this drive for efficiency, for finding new ways to
Yeah.
connect. I think one source mentioned something like almost 20% of big retailers have seriously beefed up their own logistics lately. That directly impacts the traditional wholesaler model.
Makes sense. Everyone wants a more direct line, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, another term that kept popping up, omnichannel imperative. Sounds important.
Oh, it is. It's central now. Omnichannel marketing.
Mm.
It's all about creating a totally smooth, integrated experience for the customer, no matter how they interact with you.
So physical store, website, mobile app.
All of it.
Mm.
Working together seamlessly, like one continuous conversation.
So if I say put something in my cart on the website,
Mhm.
and then later I open the app, it should know that. And if I walk into the store, maybe the staff could even see my wish list or something.
That's the goal, yeah. Or close to it, because, well, customers just expect that now.
Yeah.
They want to start shopping on their laptop, maybe look again on their phone on the bus.
And then maybe pick it up in store or have it delivered. Yeah.
Exactly. So retailers have had to invest, heavily. Better websites, slicker apps, even putting digital tools in the physical stores to kind of bridge that gap.
It's amazing how even the really traditional stores, the brick and mortar ones, have had to go all in on digital just to keep up.
They really have.
Yeah.
But what's also interesting is that technology has, in a way, leveled the playing field a bit too.
How so?
Well, even smaller retailers now have access to tools that let them reach more people, offer more personalized
Yeah.
stuff, things that maybe only the big guys could do before.
That's a good point. Okay, the sources also did a nice job laying out all the different types of retailers. There's quite a variety when you list them out.
There really is. Let's
Yeah.
run through a few. You've got your specialty stores. They focus on just one narrow category, right?
Yeah.
Like the Gap for clothes or Sunglass Hut.
Yeah.
Deep knowledge in one area.
Got it. Focus.
Then department stores.
Hmm.
Macy's, Nordstrom,
Mm-hmm.
much wider variety of stuff. Clothing, furniture, makeup, you name it, all split into different departments. Kind of a one-stop shop for many things.
Okay. And supermarkets, obviously. Kroger, Safeway.
Yep, the grocery giants.
Yeah.
Big self-service, mainly food and household stuff. Then you've got convenience stores. Think 7-Eleven, Circle K.
Quick trips.
Exactly. Usually in neighborhoods, limited range, but, well, convenient for grabbing milk or a snack.
Makes sense. What about those huge places? Like Walmart supercenters or Target?
Right, those are superstores. They kind of blend supermarkets and department stores together.
Yeah.
Massive places selling almost everything.
Yeah, you can get lost in those.
Definitely. Then there are discount stores, think TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Dollar General. They sell standard goods, but cheaper, usually by running leaner operations.
Always hunting for a bargain there.
That's the idea. And related to that are off-price retailers. These could be factory outlets or warehouse clubs like Costco. They also sell brand name stuff, often fashion, but at even bigger discounts.
Right, the membership clubs and outlets.
And lastly, don't forget service retailers. They're selling a service, not really a physical product. So hotels, airlines, banks, hairdressers.
Ah, okay. That covers a lot of ground. It's helpful to see them categorized like that. All right, let's switch gears a bit to wholesaling again. You said there are different types there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like retailers, wholesalers aren't all the same. The most common type is probably merchant wholesalers. These are independent companies, and crucially, they actually buy and own the goods they handle. They take title to the merchandise.
Okay, so they own the inventory.
Exactly. And within that group, you have full-service wholesalers. They do pretty much everything: hold stock, offer credit to retailers, handle delivery, sales support, the whole package.
So they take a lot off the retailer's plate.
They really do. Then you have limited service wholesalers. As the name implies, they offer fewer services. Maybe they don't offer credit, or you have to arrange your own transport, something like that.
Okay, more specialized maybe?
Could be. And then there are brokers and agents. These guys are interesting. They act as go-betweens, setting up deals between buyers and sellers, but they don't actually own the goods themselves.
So they're like matchmakers.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Facilitating the transaction without taking on the inventory risk.
Got it. So regardless of the type, what are the main jobs, the key functions that wholesalers perform in the chain?
Well, they're critical. They handle, buying in bulk, then breaking that bulk down and selling smaller quantities.
Yeah.
Transporting goods, storing them. That's huge. Warehousing.
Mm-hmm.
They often provide financing, maybe giving retailers credit terms. They bear risk, too, because they own the inventory and prices could fall or stuff could become obsolete.
Hadn't thought about the risk aspect as much.
Yeah, it's significant. Plus, they gather market information, what's selling, what trends are emerging, and they often pass that intel along. And sometimes they even offer management advice or help to retailers.
Wow, so they're adding value in a lot of different ways, not just moving boxes.
Definitely. And the sources suggest that more and more, successful wholesalers really need to focus on building strong partnerships, good relationships with their suppliers, the manufacturers, and with the retailers they sell to. It's about being part of an efficient network.
Right, collaboration seems key. Now, things are obviously changing fast. The sources highlighted some big trends shaping retail right now.
They did. A major theme is just more uncertainty and disruption.
Yeah.
Economic shifts, technology changing everything so fast, and then huge global events like the pandemic.
Yeah, COVID-19 completely reshaped things, didn't it? Especially online shopping.
Massively. It just accelerated that shift like crazy. Almost overnight, everyone was ordering everything online, it felt like.
I know I was.
And that disruption, combined with economic worries, leads to another trend: tighter consumer spending. People are just being more careful, more selective about where their money goes.
Which puts pressure on retailers, I imagine.
Huge pressure. They have to compete harder on price, on value, on the overall experience, which ties into the next big trend: retail technologies.
Ah, yes, the tech side.
Yeah, there's this explosion of tech aimed at making shopping better for us and making operations smoother for them. Things like augmented reality, seeing how furniture looks in your room on your phone.
Oh, yeah, I've used that. It's pretty cool.
It is. And AI for personalized recommendations, better inventory management, streamlining checkout, loads of stuff, trying to make the whole thing more engaging and efficient.
Seems like technology is touching every part of retail now.
Pretty much. And one final big trend the sources flagged is the growing importance of sustainability and ethical practices.
Right. People caring more about where stuff comes from, how it's made.
Exactly. Consumers are increasingly looking at the environmental footprint, the social impact. Are the materials sustainable? Are workers treated fairly? And they're starting to favor brands that align with those values.
That definitely feels like a trend that's here to stay. Okay, so with all this change, tech, consumer behavior, ethics, retailers must have a ton to think about when it comes to marketing, right?
Oh, absolutely. The marketing decisions are complex and critical. First off, they have to figure out their target market. Who exactly are they trying to reach? You can't be everything to everyone.
Got to know your customer.
Step one. Then, based on that, they make product and service assortment decisions. What are we actually going to sell? What mix of goods and services will appeal to that target customer?
Makes sense. Product first.
Well, customer first, then product to match. Then comes pricing. How much do we charge? Needs to be competitive, obviously, but also profitable. And pricing itself is getting more sophisticated with data analytics.
Dynamic pricing and things like that.
Yeah, sometimes. Then promotion. How do we tell people about us?
Yeah.
How do we persuade them to buy? This is everything from advertising, sales events, PR, social media,
Apple communication piece.
right? And digital, social, mobile, those channels are obviously massive now for promotion. And finally, distribution or place decisions. Where and how do we make our stuff available?
So physical store locations, online strategy.
Exactly. How many stores? Where should they be? How efficient is our website, our delivery system? It's about getting the product to the customer conveniently.
Wow. Okay, so it's a whole interconnected puzzle they're constantly adjusting. Target market, product, price, promotion, place.
That's the classic mix, yeah. And in today's world, with everything changing so fast, getting that mix right is, well, it's more challenging and more crucial than ever.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful, seriously. We've gone from the fundamental roles, the nuts and bolts of retailers and wholesalers, all the way to these huge shifts being driven by tech and, well, us, the consumers.
hmm It really is a dynamic field.
It absolutely is. And I think, peeling back the layers like this gives you that solid grounding we were aiming for. You can start to see why things are changing when you walk into a store or shop online.
Hopefully, yeah. It connects the dots between the back-end operations and the front-end experience we all have.
Definitely. It gives a much clearer picture. Okay, so to wrap up our deep dive today, maybe a final thought to chew on. With e-commerce just continuing to explode and technology getting ever more integrated, what is the future of the actual physical store?
Mm.
Is it just going to become an experience center? Or maybe just a very efficient pickup point? Will it always have that central place it's historically had?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. Something to think about. The whole world of retail and wholesaling. It's certainly going to stay interesting to watch.
No doubt about that. Always evolving.